Hey guys and girls, you will be chilling with your host Black Queen for the next half an hour. So sit back, relax, take off your jacket. You are all welcome. Today we're going to talk about a topic that's very interesting and that gets me thinking all the time. With the rate of breakups, divorces, separations happening in the world today, can we really have a relationship that will last long? When I say last long, what do I mean? Am I talking about 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years? Who knows? But with me today, I have a guest who has made it for what I label as a long lasting relationship. She's a teacher, she is a certified life coach. Wow. And she's an auxiliary social worker. She is in a relationship that is an interreligious relationship. I'm sure that's quite challenging. She's a Muslim and the husband is a Christian. And we will hear from her how long has she been in this marriage and how did she cope with all the differences and everything else. Madam, welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm not going to introduce you. I'm not going to say your name. Can you please tell our viewers who you are?
So thank you for having me. My name is Yasmina Baker. As the hostess said, that I am a teacher, certified and registered auxiliary social worker, and a certified life coach.
Thank you so much for coming to this show, Yasmina. Look at her, guys. Isn't she beautiful? This young lady sitting next to me. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Guys and girls, don't go anywhere because we'll still chill with Yasmina on our show, Chilling with Black Queen, after the ad break. Welcome back, guys and girls. You are still chilling with our beautiful young girl, Yasmina. So, Yasmina, tell me, how long have you been married? No, let me rephrase that. For how long now have you been waking up next to the same man every day?
For 26 years, I've been, in fact, the 28th of this month, it will be 27 years, the 28th of June. In fact, it will be 27 years that I've
27 years
Yes,
of seeing the same face every day,
yes,
same breath,
yes,
same food, same everything,
yes,
same smile,
definitely.
not bored.
No, sometimes it's difficult, but no,
But
not
yeah.
bored. Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? There's someone out there who still wants to get married, and someone who just got married now, and someone who is now on their second year. Some are still on their honeymoon. Tell me, what were your best moments in these 27 years? I know there's a lot. Don't say everything, but I know there's a lot. But yeah, just a few. Can you share with me, please, what are your best moments of the 27 years?
I think for me, many Sunday mornings, going for a walk up at UCT, walking around UCT, going into the forest. We both love walking, so
Wow.
going into the forest as well. We're fond of hiking, so that's why we go into the forest. The family camps at the Sudwater, where his family's been camping for 60 years.
Wow.
As a teacher, I do all my preparation and my research, and I give my handwritten notes to him, and he goes and he types it up and he brings the most beautiful work back to me.
So like your PH, somewhere there, like your PA in a way.
Definitely. He makes sure that he's the person that sees to my car when things are, and so there are so many things so many things. Yeah.
So you do everything together. Is that what you're saying?
We do a lot of things together.
Together.
So there are things that we do together, and we respect that there are things that we do apart. So we respect each other's space for what it's worth. Yeah.
So even though he's not on your field of work or in the same industry as you, that hasn't been an issue. Be you being a teacher and him doing something else. And as a teacher, I know you take work home. There's a lot of preparations to do. There's marking. There's all that. So that did not really affect your relationship with him?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. Because we respect each other. So he has his work, he has the things that he does. And if I'm busy marking or doing assignments and whatever, he will always say, can we please do it when you are done with whatever I'm busy with? So
I like the please.
Yeah.
I like the please. I love the please. Can we please do it some other time? Or okay. Yeah. You mentioned something. I know for a fact that you and him are not from the same religion. You are a Muslim. Is it Muslim?
Yes.
Pronouncing it correctly?
Yes.
Okay. You are a Muslim. He's a Christian.
Yeah.
You've been living together for 27 years. Yeah. There are some religious holidays that you don't celebrate that he celebrates, and vice versa. There are some things that you do differently, and I know there is some food that you don't eat that he eats. Can you take us through that journey of those differences? How did you guys cope 27 years with all the differences in religion, all the differences in culture and rituals, and differences in the type of food that you eat? How did you guys cope with that?
Okay, I think the important thing is that the respect is the underlying format for our marriage. So we both celebrate all the religious, especially functions. I attend whatever they have in the Christian faith, and the same goes with us as well. So we celebrate all there in the Christian faith, and for us in the Muslim faith as well. But the foundation has been the respect, not necessarily a verbal one, but an underlying one that we know it's there. So we attend all the religious functions, rituals. I'll go to a funeral in the church because it's to pay respect to whoever, and he will do the same where our religion is concerned.
So it has never been a problem that no, I can't go to the mosque, or he can't go to the mosque, and no, and now when he say, for instance, I know I stand to be corrected, that he has to take off his shoes when he gets into the mosque and all that. So that has never been an issue. Now coming to the type of food that you eat, I know there's a lot of things that you don't eat. Most people eat, and that's another difference that could have affected most marriages or relationships. How do you guys cope with that?
I think we're more or less on the same page. It's 26 years. We more or less on the same page where the food is concerned. Obviously, sorry, I'm not biased, but we tend to make tastier food. And initially it was an adjustment for him to get used to the tasty food. He especially also doesn't like strong and hot food. So I've toned down where hot food is concerned, for instance. And I think at the beginning it was an adjustment, like I said, but we've settled into that. Currently I'm vegetarian and I still cook for him whatever he eats, and then there are days when he eats exactly the same things that I do.
So you have practically turned him into a vegetarian. Is that what you're saying now?
Yeah, that's
and the advantage is that you are the one cooking, right?
Yeah. Definitely, I'm
the
one.
So that's one of the perks of being a woman.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely.
Nice one.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. So you mean even though there are differences, but as long as you respect each other's space, you can still cope, because 26 years is a very long time, I must say. Yeah, surely there were times, there were moments, there were challenges. there any challenges that you would love to share with us? What was challenging, or I don't want to say was troubles. Let me put it as challenges, because we as couples, we all go through some challenging moments. Is there anything that you would love to share with us on that?
Yeah. So I'm more of an extrovert and I love traveling, and he's not that way inclined. So there were times when we had our disagreements. I would go away for a week perhaps, especially with school tours, and he wouldn't be happy with that. And we had to work around it. It's part of my job when it comes to school tours. Then I have traveled alone, and I've traveled Europe on my own. And yes, there were challenges at the beginning. He wasn't so happy with it, and again we had to thrift through some things, and eventually he realized that, I've earned my trip to Europe. I've been to Zanzibar and also alone. And at first he was set on me not going. And then I explained to him the reason why. Also, we being able to learn different educational methods in Zanzibar. And Zanzibar was very difficult for the two of us because he couldn't get hold of me. And that was in 2018. And now he doesn't want me to travel alone anymore.
I wouldn't if I was in his shoes as well.
Yeah, he doesn't want me to travel because it was a traumatic time for him. Yes, we've been through a lot. I've been ill. He would take time off from work and take care of me. And same with him when he had operations.
So you have been traveling, girl.
Yeah.
I so wish. But now, when you were out there traveling without him, I'm sure you would have missed him.
Definitely, because in 2002 we traveled Brazil together, and every single morning when we came out of the apartment, he would take my hand. Because I have no sense of direction, he would take my hand. If it wasn't for that, I would be lost every single morning.
Just for control. You said Brazil, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they think you are a Brazilian?
Yes, of course.
Because I'm sure that's where you fitted in nicely, because you really look like some of the Brazilian people that I have seen before. So even though you were not there, he wasn't there, you were traveling alone, but you still maintained communication. You mentioned that in Zanzibar you couldn't communicate as well as you would have. Yeah. And how did that affect your relationship?
That for him, I think for myself as well, but for him was very scary, because for 5 days he struggled to get hold of me. And I think in a way that has instilled the fear now that he doesn't want me to travel alone anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it instilled the fear. Yeah.
So how did you overcome all this? Now you started traveling together, I guess.
Yeah, definitely we started traveling together. We were due to travel to Brazil again end of March, and obviously it couldn't happen because of the virus.
Of the lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've got plans to travel later in the year. Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Together.
Wow. Guys and girls, you had her. Traveling was an issue. I'm sure out there you know of a couple, or you are a couple, one of the couples who have to travel alone, but she had to go traveling alone, but she still made it up to 26 years. After the ad break, we will come back and still learn more from my beautiful Brazilian lady, Yasmina. Don't go anywhere. Chill there, because we'll still chill back after the ad break. guys and girls, before the ad break, we had what our madam here, I like to call her a Brazilian. We heard what our Brazilian said to us. I hope I have learned a lot from what she was saying. I hope you have learned a lot too. But before I tell you what I personally as Black Queen learned, let me hear, what would she like us to learn from her experience of 27 years of waking up next to the same men every day, with all the differences that they have as human beings, with all the different kind of work that's just doing, with all the different everything? Can we hear from you? Because I want to share with you what I have learned. And I'm sure you have learned something too, but let's first find out from her. What would you like to say to young people like me? I'm still young, eh?
Definitely.
Do I look young?
Definitely.
Thank you. I look 18, right?
Yeah, 18,
Okay.
definitely not today.
To 18-year-olds like me who still want to get married one day, what would you advise?
I think I mentioned respect often during the talk, but
Yes.
I think the most important thing is communication. Because whatever we've done, I've always made sure that there's a line of communication. So I told you earlier that we are cross-cultural in religion, and you almost always have to check up. Is it okay what we've discussed before regarding going to a party, for instance? Are you still okay going to a function at my family's house, which is a Muslim house? So the communication is quite important, and checking in on the goals that you've set together. Are we still on line with the goals that we've set? When we do goals, we do timelines. Are we still on the path with the timelines? And communication is definitely a key. Respect and communication for me. Yeah.
Communication and respect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for sharing these moments with us. And from me, Black Queen, and the team, and for you smiling all the way with us, we have a little bit of something to say thank you to you. I think I should send you a second one. I will definitely send you a second one, because remember, we don't want to break that 26-year relationship now. Yes. This is from us at Chilling with Black Queen and the team. Well, guys and girls, you heard it. She said, respect, communication. If you are out there still thinking about getting married, and maybe you are in a relationship with someone who's not the same culture as you, or the same religion, or the same religious background, she's a vegetarian, he is a, what is he? Mediterranean. Is it a Mediterranean? Vegetarian? But he eats veggies, he eats meat, but she will still prepare meals for her husband, being the submissive wife that she is. She is a Muslim, he is a Christian, but still, he would still respect her husband. So she mentioned respect. So being in different, what I've learned is that being in different backgrounds, or different religions, or different anything, does not mean you should respect your partner any less. All it means is still maintain that respect. She mentioned communication. If she wasn't communicating with her husband, they wouldn't have got to that point of understanding, okay, this is what is a Muslim shouldn't be doing, this is what is a Christian should be doing. So that communication must be there. It's not me who said it. You heard my Brazilian. It's not coming from Black Queen. But I have learned that communication is the best to maintain, to keep going with your differences. And if you communicate, in turn, you'll be able to respect one another. Respect, guys and girls. That's what she said. Well, that brings us to the end of our show. I hope, like me, you had great time. I hope you have learned something from it. But now, because we want to involve you in this journey, please, on our page on Facebook, Chilling with Black Queen, leave your comments. Share your stories because we want to learn from one another. Nobody is an expert in relationships, but we are all here to learn. The purpose of the show is to teach one another, is to motivate one another, is to bring that spark. You will not know what you might say if it might be saving someone else's relationship. So on our page, Chilling with Black Queen, like the page, follow us there, leave your comments at the end of the show, and remember to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and also subscribe on our YouTube channel. And don't forget, if you have a business or know someone who has a business whom they would love to advertise on our show, they are welcome to do so. All they have to do is to go to the Facebook page, Chilling with Black Queen, and click on that send a message and send us a message, and our team will come back to you. From me, Black Queen, your host, and the rest of the Chilling with Black Queen team, stay blessed.